Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Monday Morning Minute. It's February 10th, 2025. Stocks were nuts last week all over the place with the Trump administration announcing tariffs here in North America and also on China. But he rolled back a couple of those tariffs already, using them as leverage to get additional border security and other concessions from both Canada and Mexico. China has taken more of a hardline approach, which is to be expected, especially in the news, but we expect some sort of back channel negotiations on whatever it is that the Trump administration is trying to get from them at this point in time. This is very, very similar to what happened in the first Trump administration, the way that they handled tariffs and how they used it to get some leverage on China and get some concessions in that way. The yields have been dropping, especially the 10-year yield has dropped significantly over the last week. This is kind of indicating some potential volatility in stocks. At least that's what the bond market is telling us. There could be additional volatility due to proposed tariffs on the European Union and other countries around the world. This is all something that we're going to keep our finger on the pulse of as it metastasizes over the next coming weeks and months. Everything's going at breakneck speed, but we'll keep you abreast of important information. That is for darn sure. We saw labor not quite as strong with the data points last week, as well as consumer sentiment dropping as well. These are symptomatic of possible government slowdowns in terms of hiring and or firing. It could be a very, very interesting first quarter as we see how this plays out in terms of GDP. If as many people are laid off as potentially projected and tariffs go into effect in full force, as much as 1 to 2% of GDP could be trimmed from production here in the United States. We'll have to see how that plays out and what the Fed's going to do in terms of interest rate policy to help stabilize these things. Also this week, big news is potential tax cuts, and we have Congress trying to figure out how to come up with a budget, which shockingly is not going to be easy because nobody agrees on anything in Washington. Remember, hope is not an investment strategy. Have a fantastic week.